Good morning, Azeroth. Good morning, Azeroth. This is Good Morning Azeroth for Friday, July the 1st, 2016. Happy July. Welcome to July. Welcome to Good Morning Azeroth, Neal's attempt to bring you the news from around the world of Warcraft for today, Friday, July 1st, 2016. First up, PvP Q&A with Brian Halinka yesterday. PvP Q&A with Brian Halinka. If you want to see the entire VOD, you can go to Twitch TV Warcraft. If you click on their profile image at the top of the page, you can go to their past broadcast and then click on the PvP Q&A with Brian Halinka right there, an hour and a half. It starts about 20 minutes in. If you want to see the whole thing and skip past all of the opening cinematic. MMO Champion has a good rundown on what they talked about yesterday, so I'm going to use their site to if you want to just see a bullet list of the things they talked about. MMO Champion's front page has all of the stuff bulleted. They are still working on balance right now in the beta. They are trying to tune things so that things are good for PvP at the launch of Legion and as people fill out their artifact weapon. They talked a little bit about how earning gear is going to be different in Legion. Basically every time you win an event, a battleground, an arena, something like that, you're going to get a strong box with items in it. Could be gear, could be other things like potions or marks of honor. The gear that drops has the same random upgrade system that the PvE gear does, so it could be the Titan Forged gear, all the way up to the higher eye levels that the PvP people would be getting from dungeons and raids, etc. They're trying to put some bad luck protection in there so that you don't keep getting the same piece of gear or gear for the same slot. So that they lower the chances of getting the same gear again after you pick up a piece of gear. Gear's going to probably come at about the same rate, but it's less predictable than the collect so much honor, go buy a piece of gear, collect so many conquest points, go get a piece of gear. They talked about the stat template and how PvP versus PvP. Basically, every item level basically everyone's going to start at about an 800. If you had the best gear in the game for PvP, you would have about a 10% stat boost over people with that baseline PvP gear. The strongest players are only going to be about 10% stronger than those who have never done PvP at all. Here's something interesting. If you're into the wardrobe and collecting all of the items for your wardrobe closet, old honor gear and conquest gear is going away. Honor and conquest is going away in Legion. It's going to be converted to gold. The marks of honor that you pick up from strong boxes will allow you to purchase the older PvP gear. So for the PvP vendors that sell the old PvP gear, will be selling it via marks of honor. So you have to PvP. If you haven't already stored away that PvP gear from previous seasons, you'll have to PvP to get marks of honor to go get that gear. So if you're interested in that, take note. You might want to go pick up some PvP gear before Legion if that's important to you. They talked also about PvP seasons. On one hand, they're going to be tied to the raid tiers due to how new content and product is released. So there will be a new season every time a new raid tier is released. But they think the PvP seasons are a little long if they're tied precisely to raid seasons, or raid tiers. So they imagine they're going to do 2 PvP seasons for each raid tier released. So about every 10 to 15 weeks there will be a PvP season. They talked about how basically there's interest at the beginning of the PvP season and at the end of the PvP season, but in the middle not a lot of interest because it's just old and boring and you're not working your way towards the titles and stuff that you get. They talked about world PvP and how that's a little different, and how your gear is going to be a little different. They talked about the ability to customize your character for PvP, and they're working on that. They talked about continuing to balance PvP and your talents, and how arenas are sort of one end of High-level PvP stuff. Battlegrounds are sort of low-level. You know, it's on the spectrum of things. They want people to be interested in all of them. So there's more focus on the things you can and can't do in arenas, whereas battlegrounds are a little less. They do less in battlegrounds to what your abilities and stuff are. And they did talk about cheating for a little bit and how that's important to them, and they're trying to identify and take care of cheaters as best possible. So that's something important to them. Also, some odds and ends down here. The Arena Master is becoming a legacy achievement. They haven't decided to introduce a new battleground yet, but they're thinking about it. A lot of good stuff in the PvP Q&A yesterday with Brian Halinka over at Twitch TV Warcraft, where you can watch that. This program, as all the others, are brought to you by Patreon.com, the Nealls, Patreon.com, the Nealls. That is where people are helping Neal help other people earn more achievements around the World of Warcraft. People like Neal and Zuki and Adafluzia and Tindermulva and Shigan and Morasha and Mystical and Raganava are helping Neal help people earn more achievements around the World of Warcraft. If you'd like to help Neal help other people earn more achievements, go over to Patreon. For as little as $2 a month, you can get thanked every time Neal does a program, every time Neal does a raid run that he broadcasts on Twitch TV, every time he does a Good Morning Azeroth, you would be thanked. So we're Patreon. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the support. Alright, so looking around Warcraft today, wowhead.com. They've got a new Fault Lines comic, special pre-patch only, lore quest coming, the demon invasion testing, grouping and reset timer changes, some new stuff coming out today, odds and ends. There's a new site feature, a guide system for user submitted class information. So if you want to submit some class information to the guide, they tell you how you can do that and contribute to what's over there at Wowhead. They've got their own Legion PvP Q&A roundup. That's the new stuff at Wowhead. At Blizzard Watch, they've got a Know Your Lore section. Interesting reads always. The return of the Silver Hand, so they talk about the lore surrounding the Silver Hand. Some Paladin background. The Q for the day, Canada Day. Today is Canada Day. Happy Canada Day to all the Canadians out there. Good stuff over at Blizzard Watch. The Pwnecast Daily Quest. On the World of Warcraft section, they've got the Legion PvP Developer Q&A roundup. Journey to Nowhere to Kula Worm. So this is, I think, the Blood Elf starting zone, and talk about memories back there at the Pwnecast Daily Quest area. Warcraft Pet Battles. This is the YouTube page for Warcraft Pet Battles. My friend Gemma Banks is previewing all of the pet battles in the beta. So Amelia, Tiffany Nelson, Splint Jr., and Sir Galveston. He talks about how to beat those. He did reply to me yesterday about the Howl Bomb strategy and what we're going to do once that goes away. He mentioned something about a ankle biter, one of those ankle biters from Mist, being able to do the same or to beat those pets. I have to talk to him about that and get some clarity on that. I know those guys can be powerful, but they're not. I don't know. We'll see. Talk to me, Gemma. Talk to me. Over at MMO Champion, again, Legion Developer Q&A. The PvP set is at the top of the MMO Champion. They've also got the Legion Beta Key giveaway, week number 4. If you'd like to be in that, go over there and Legion Beta Build 22053. What's going on in Legion over at MMO Champion. Icy Veins, they have a preview of the month ahead in WoW. If you're worried about what's going on in the next 30 days, they got everything from Dark Moon Fair to the other world events and stuff going on. Legion Comic released Magni, and then again in-game reward system. We talked about this the last couple of days. On the launcher, oops, wrong thing. launcher news, they go into finish the challenge. Here's another reminder, you've got some unfinished business to attend to before it's too late. Challenge modes is what they are talking about. If you'd like to get those challenge modes in, you've got about 8 weeks to do them. I'm not sure if they're, maybe as few, maybe less than that. 8 weeks to launch. Not sure when they're pulling the plug on challenge modes. So make sure that you take care of that if you want to take care of challenge modes. Going back to Wowhead, we can see what's going on in Draenor today. Our Apexis dailies are Darktide Roost and the Pit for the Alliance, the Pit and Socathur's Rise for the Horde. Death to Undertow is our bounty. Our critters are Sprouts and Prince Charming and Runts, so those are 2 elementals, and a beast. Bloodball Slagmines is your dungeon daily quest. Flame Fly Trap from Upper Blackrock Spire. Lessons of the Past from the Everbloom are your in quest. The Menagerie as Queen and King Floret. You bring out some frogs and kiss them a lot to get rid of those guys. A bit of ore, so your profession trader is looking for ore. Your trading post is looking for star flowers. Reminder, Midsummer Fire Festival is still going on. You've got another few days of that. I think it ends July the 5th. If you need those achievements, if you need those mounts, if you need those pets, if you need those toys, get to those bonfires. Battleground bonus event still on for the day, the week, I should say. And if we go into the game, we can see where our WoW token is at this very moment. WoW token, $20, 41,858. The WoW token prices are coming down, so you're in a game time buying market at the moment. So that's where WoW token is. Keep up with Neall. Keep up with Neall. Questions and answers? No new questions or answers for Neall. Yesterday we had a question about it's a good time to buy WoW. Is it a good time to buy WoW? I think it is. $19.99 gets you the battle chest, including all of the Warlords of Draenor stuff, so you can level tunes up to 100 and experience all the stuff for Warlords to get ready for Legion. Keep up with me. Keep up with me. The best way to keep up with me, even though this has a sad puzzle face. Twitch TV, the Nealls, is where I'm streaming right now. It's got links to all the other places that you can see me. The Facebook page, the Twitter page, the Open Raid group page, my guild, Shattered Fates, YouTube, and Patreon. Links below. Twitch TV, the Nealls. Twitch TV, the Nealls. I'm on Facebook. Neall on Medivh on Facebook. I friend back. Appreciate the friend requests. I'm on twitter.com / at the Nealls. Follow back. Also, I'm on Open Raid. I'm an MVP there. I did not mean to do that. Today on Open Raid, we're doing like tier 8s. I'm not sure if these are all tier 8s or not, but we're going into Naxxramas at 4:30. We're going into Eye of Eternity and Obsidian Sanctum at 5:30. We're going into the Heroic Trial of the Grand Crusader at 6:30, and we're going into Heroic High Mall at 8:30. 4 events today on Open Raid. That's openraid.zergid.com. And I'm on Facebook. I subscribe back if you look like you're a creator. Today we'll have Good Morning Azeroth up, and I'm working on Throne of Thunder and tier 14s to get up onto the YouTube channel. If you've got any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I want to give our shout outs to the patrons: Ragnava, Neall, Zuki, Adafluzi, Tendermobile, Shigan, Morasha, Mystical. Thanks for the patronage, and don't stand in fire. Fire is still bad this X-Pack. Y'all have a great day.